Good afternoon, everybody. It's about breast cancer awareness, which is much too familiar in our time, much too often that we hear about that. And then also tied in with that, women's health. Now, I represent NeoLife, so I will be presenting specific products from the NeoLife range that will be very beneficial and that has helped me and many people on this call in certain circumstances addressing women's health. But there's also other factors to take into account. So I'm going to start with the slideshow immediately. Just follow me through that. Breast cancer awareness. We should be aware of that every day, every month, not just in the month dedicated to it. And wisdom, I believe, comes with knowledge. In America, it's proven that 1 out of 8 women in their lifetime will get breast cancer. I believe that that needs to be avoided. Now, there's 3 scenarios. Number 1, the prevention of cancer. Number 2, the diagnosis and the treatment. Number 3, remission. I want to focus on prevention today. There's 3 main causes of cancer. There might be an inherited predisposition, which doesn't mean you have to get it. It just means that you have to be aware that you have to prevent it. And I hope today's slideshow will give you information regarding that. Then there is environmental factors, toxic exposure, endocrine disruptors, GMO factors that we need to be aware of. And then there's a random chance. But in this random chance, cancer doesn't just appear. It develops over a period of time where there's chronic inflammation that leads to DNA damage and then leads to cancer. So knowing this, we can apply wisdom and prevent. Be aware, why is there so many cases? Perhaps because everybody doesn't know what we're addressing here. A healthy lifestyle with healthy choices will make a big difference. You have to see the signs beforehand and what is it that we can do. The evil twins of disease is inflammation and oxidation. And over a long period of time, these 2 factors will disrupt cellular health and can cause cancer. Inflammation involves metabolic factors. That's everything to do with heart health and your blood viscosity, the inflammation in the blood. Obesity, elevated triglycerides, that is cholesterol, hypertension, that's heart health, high blood pressure, elevated fasting plasma glucose levels, that is your blood sugar, also discomfort in the joints. I see that so often, and people are just not actually aware of those joints being inflamed or aware that they should conquer that. This inflammation is all in the blood. Then oxidative stress, perhaps less easy to notice. An imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in the body will cause oxidative stress. Chronic inflammation after a period of stress will cause oxidative stress in the body. And then we have to also adjust the body's toxic load to prevent this. And I've written here labels. Read labels and be aware of what is in substances that you are using. And with that, keep your home a green zone. The cleaning products that we use in our homes are endocrine disruptors, and the Body Burdens report is quite shocking, where they tested a couple of subjects, a couple of people, and in each of these subjects had like 53 chemicals that was linked to cancer. 55 chemicals associated with birth defects and abnormal development then you get toxic to the brain and the nervous system, the hormonal system. Your cleaning products, the chemicals in your cleaning products. And with that, I also want to mention any synthetic materials, any preservatives, those kind of synthetic substances are in this body burdens report. Those are the substances that's actually endocrine disrupting. They would mimic your hormones and actually fit into the cell membrane and disrupt the cell membrane and lead to cancer over a period of time. So that's definitely something we can avoid. And with that, I will say detox your home. If you want to save money and have effective products, the NeoLife products, the golden products for cleaning, has always been winners. They save you lots of money and they save your life. They save your health. So if you haven't embarked on looking at these products, please connect with me. Let's talk about it and phase it into your home. I do over Zoom training sessions for your domestic staff that they actually know how to use these products. But detox your home today. Then, solution for all the chronic disease, of which cancer is one. We have to look at weight management, physical activity, and then a diet rich in whole grains, fruit and vegetables, and fish. Now, to NeoLife, that is good news because our flagship products are 3-in-1, which is whole grain oils, fruits and vegetables, which is in carotenoid complex, and fish, which is our omega-3. So we talk the exact language that will actually give you the protection and the longevity that you are asking for. All the World Health Organization, the cancer associations, all these health organizations worldwide are the people that say you need to look at your diet, you need to look at whole grains, fruit and vegetables, and fish. Now, look at your food. Clean eating is very important. Eat organic. If food has a label, you shouldn't be eating it. Don't eat anything that's processed. Don't take in anything that's GMO. Most of our wheat products today is GMO. There's nothing wrong with wheat, but the processes that's been through is definitely not good for you. In NeoLife, we use only GMO-free ingredients. That's our guarantee. Be careful of additives or preservatives. Hot lemon water, fresh lemon in the morning is very important. And then have a water filter on your tap to filter out what's in our water. So that's NeoLife to the rescue, the products I mentioned, but also the logic you have to apply with food choices and lifestyle choices. Just something interesting about the anti-inflammatory part. If you look at 3-in-1, 3-in-1 is the whole grain oils that keeps your cells healthy, keeps the DNA of the cell healthy, and keeps the inflammation inside the cell down. Omega-3, the fish oil, is going to specifically work on healthy blood and dropping the inflammatory levels in the blood. So if you look at these two products, you've already conquered inflammation. Then, very interesting, the omega-3 plus from NeoLife drops the inflammatory index of the body with 68% in 8 weeks. That's massive. Clinically proven, journalized science. Then our carotenoid complex, which is fruit and vegetables, drops the oxidation levels in the body with 44%. These percentages are more than your bank is going to give you on your money. This is life assurance that you can count on. If inflammation and oxidation are at the core of and the cause of illness, then this is obviously what we need to look at. Journal of National Cancer Institute, a couple of years ago, said women with higher carotenoid levels in their blood have a reduced risk of breast cancer. What is carotenoids? Carotenoids is the color pigment in fruit and vegetables. I've just cut a red bell pepper. It actually bleeds those carotenoids. Everything is red. Those are the color pigments in your fruit and vegetables that they are called antioxidants, and that's where your protection lies. You have to have non-GMO organic fruit and vegetables, which you've rinsed with your LDC to make sure that they've got no endocrine disruptors and pesticides on them, so that you can eat clean and stay well. John Miller, Dr. John Miller, the leader of our scientific advisory board, has after this journal of the National Cancer Institute did the study, said, well, they talk about cellular health and the healthy DNA, which is exactly what our TreeNN does. And then the elevated blood level, the carotenoid levels in the blood, is exactly what we test for and what we get with our carotenoids. Dr. Arthur First, I just want to mention here, is a world-renowned toxicologist. He's called the father of toxicology, the pioneer in toxicology, formulated oral chemo. He founded the Stanford University Cancer Chemo Laboratory. And after all the studies and all the work he's done against cancer, he said, it lies in your food. I'm going to turn my research to food and see how we can prevent cancer in that way. Joined forces with NeoLife because we work with food, and that's exactly what he wanted. So he put together a scientific advisory board in the 70s, and we've got a rich scientific history. Everything that was put on the table by the scientific advisory board was journalized science that you can actually follow. Most universities, or a couple of universities, has been linked to us as well. We get invited to present our science to the medical world, which is very, very rare with a nutritional company. So our science is on the forefront. In the antioxidants that was formulated by the Scientific Advisory Board, there's 3 groups of antioxidants that you need to know about. The first is carotenoid complex. Carotenoid complex is the tissue-soluble antioxidants that builds the fighter cells. Then the flavonoids are the berries and the water-soluble antioxidants that keep the blood healthy. And then you get the cruciferous, which specifically protects the wet tissue cells, of which breast and prostate is amongst the most important that we're talking about this afternoon. But with this in mind, when I joined NeoLife 15 years ago, this was on the table. This was the fast facts, the scientific details that was given to me that I still today have. We're not allowed to make these claims about our products because they're food and we can't make medical claims. But what was proven with our products, as stated in this document, is that carotenoid complex will build your fighter cells to 121% in your body. In other words, we might all be living with cancer cells. If a cancer cell sticks out its head, the carotenoids will be ready to make the antidote and fight off that cancer cell before it develops. That's what you want. Then the flavonoid complex. The tests that were done proved that flavonoid complex stops the development of cancer cells with 90%. That means you won't get the cancer in your lifetime if they were cancer cells. It also keeps the blood healthy because it's water soluble. So your spreading of cancer is kept at bay. And then the cruciferous, the specific tests that were done there, cruciferous with a piece of breast tissue with a tumor in was taken, cruciferous complex was added to it, and the tumor disintegrated. That's the kind of science that's been done. So these things are proven. How do you address your health? If you're healthy and you need to protect your health and prevent, A small dosage over a long period of time is going to do it. If you're in trouble, you need a triple dosage of everything for 3 months to help the body cope. So I said we're talking about prevention. I suggest we start there. There's just more information about carotenoid complex. It's carrots, red bell peppers, tomatoes, apricots, strawberries, and peaches in one shot on your plate, 1.2 kilograms of that. You can't do that in a day, but you can do it with NeoLife. So now you have your salads and your organic vegetables, and you're adding a carotenoid to your plate. It's going to make a big difference. Then you get the flavonoid complex. That's everything in the flavonoid complex. Your green tea, your beet, your blueberries, cranberries, elderberries, grapes, grapefruit, kale, lemons, all that. Your water-soluble protection. And there's 5 families of flavonoids. They're all in here. It's the whole spectrum of your flavonoids. Then the cruciferous compounds. Those are the green vegetables with a stem. If you cut them, they've got a stem, like your broccoli, your radish, kale, those ones. This is what we've included in this supplement. So these supplements cover a lot of goodness. If you haven't eaten enough from them, you need 7 servings of cruciferous per week. Actually, 8 servings of cruciferous per week. If you haven't done it for 40 years and you need to catch up, you'll need a truckload. But with this, you get a concentrated amount of the cruciferous vegetables added to your daily intake, which makes a difference and protects. So with this, I would say the best choice for women's health would be, number 1, Tree and N. I'm not specifically talking about women's health. Tree and N is your whole grain oils that looks after the DNA of every cell in the body. It keeps the cell healthy. It will keep your hormonal balance correct. It corrects hormones with 144%, male and female, it works. So this is your protector, is looks after your hormones. Then cruciferous specifically protecting us from the breast cancers and keeping your hormonal levels optimum. NeoLife does have a product called Feminine Herbal Complex, which is a combination of 7 or 8 herbs that specifically works to make sure your female health is optimum. Which would help for instance, hormonal issues or premenstrual issues or any female issues. All 3 of these products would be good. My personal choice has always been Tree and N and cruciferous, huge dosages. I would say 3 Tree and N and 2 cruciferous minimum if you need to sort out women's health. I would even go higher dosages of that. Personally, I worked with this over a period of 3 months to correct my hormones, and it's been fine for the last 15 years on a minimal doses of 1 a day of these. I specifically chose Tree and N cruciferous because of the cancer protection in that, especially if you're working high stress levels. So what do these products do? They support normal female physiology and function. And then, this is interesting, they support calmness, relieves low mood, and creates a positive mental attitude. So it helps you with that as well. So it is important that we do look at supplements that will help us. This is brilliant for menopause, the word I was looking for. This is brilliant. Any choice here. You can do them all 3. You can choose 2 of these products, but these products will help you and protect you. But specifically the cancer protection, I would bring in cruciferous. Then, if you're in a situation where you've had cancer, or you know of somebody that has had cancer and it is in remission, the fact that you go for your regular tests does not mean, and your count is low and you've got a good bill of health, it doesn't mean the cancer won't come back. It just means that you are testing to make sure that it doesn't come back. But what are you doing to protect yourself? Take action to ensure your health. In two cases, I want to talk here. Here, where there's a genetic disposition towards cancer, and where there's been a cancer effect, you need to come in, even with a low dosage of the products I've shown you now, specifically your antioxidants. Products to look at over the spectrum that I was talking about here. Threonine, cellular DNA health. Omega-3, bring down the inflammation in the body. Cruciferous, protect the breast tissue. Carotenoids, build the fighter cells and get the carotenoid levels up in your blood. That's how you protect yourself. Must you do them all? No, not necessarily. What you find important and what you've learned today, go and do that and have peace of mind while you're building your health. You have to build and understand your immunity. You have to understand how it works, but look at endocrine disruption, remove the toxins, clean eating, healthy lifestyle, and then the supplementation thereof. And you will be able to prevent, to fight, and ensure your long-term health. I hope that that was informative to you and that you've learned from that. Is there any questions at this stage? Anything you want to ask, to comment on? Please feel free to unmute yourself. Corinne?
Antoinette, I don't have a question. I just can't put on my video because there's a bright light behind me, so you wouldn't be able to see. But I just want to say thank you so much for that. It's also given me a bit of settling in my mind, because, you know, I am on, due to affordability, I'm only on carotenoids, threonine, and omega-3. So, you know, it just gives me a bit of peace of mind. And cancer is prone in our family. I lost one of my aunts during lockdown. So just you've given me a bit of peace of mind that I am on the right track. And I just wanted to say thank you so much.
I'm so happy to hear that. Well done. Yeah, it does make a difference. And also the assurance that our products are non-GMO. If you look at some of the ingredients, people come to me and they say, yeah, but you've got soy in your product. Since when has soy been bad? Since when has whole grains been bad? It's only the GMO processing of that has made them bad. You cannot. That's a foreign substance to the body that will cause cancer. But the original non-GMO organic substances is cancer protective. So if you've got any questions around that, feel free to ask me at any time.